Good evening, VV Nation. My name is Ryan Shook, Senior Stock Market Strategist, and our goal is to keep you on the right side of the market. Tonight, let me ask you something, and be honest. Have you ever held on to a stock because of hope? You told yourself, it just needs a little more time, or felt despair as you watched a position sink even lower, checking it every day, not knowing what to do next. We've all been through it, right? What about greed? Staying in because you don't want to leave money on the table, only to watch the gains disappear. Or even fear, afraid to sell because what if it rebounds the moment you do? And finally, frustration, staring at your portfolio thinking, why does this keep happening? If any of that sounds familiar, you're not broken, you're human, and I'm here to help you. Today, we are going to talk about how disciplined investors remove emotion from the hardest decision in investing, when to sell, by learning how to weed their portfolio correctly. Why this matters? Most investors think their biggest mistakes happen when they buy. They don't. You may know this already. The real damage usually happens after you buy, when emotions take over and discipline disappears. Weak stocks don't just hurt returns. They drain confidence, cloud your judgment, and quietly sabotage long-term compounding. If your goal is to double your portfolio, you don't need to be right all the time. You need to survive mistakes without letting them compound against you. That starts with knowing what no longer belongs. So tonight, I'm going to share with you 4 principles of how to do this successfully. Principle number 1, avoid falling stocks with high volatility. Let's start with behavior. Strong stocks usually move from lower left to upper right. Steady progress, controlled pullbacks, constructive action. Weak stocks often move the opposite way. Sharp drops, violent swings, emotional whiplash. Here's the key idea. If a stock is moving down and it's doing it with high volatility, the market is telling you it's under stress. Listen to the market. That stress eventually becomes your stress. Disciplined investors don't argue with that message. They respect it. Principle number 2, relative timing confirms the downtrend. Next comes confirmation when a stock's relative timing drops below 1. It's a proprietary trend indicator. It's no longer keeping pace with the market. That's not an opinion. It's empirical evidence. At that point, hope becomes dangerous because staying in while the trend confirms weakness is how investors slide from discipline to despair. Trends don't need your permission. They just need your attention. Principle number 3, the line in the sand. Never ignore a VectorVest sell signal. This is where most regret is often born. VectorVest sell recommendations exist for one reason: to remove emotion from decision making. Your stop price is your line in the sand, your last line in defense. When the price drops below it, the stock is no longer doing what you hired it to do. Ignoring that moment is usually driven by fear of being wrong, fear of missing out. But disciplined investors understand this. Selling doesn't mean you failed. It means you protected your future decisions. Principle number 4, risk management keeps you in the game. This is the difference between investors who last and who are burned out. 2 non-negotiable guidelines. First, never, ever give back more than half your profit. Gains are progress. Protect that progress. Second, never let a loss exceed 1% of your total portfolio, not the position, but your portfolio, because one emotional decision should never have the power to erase years of disciplined effort. Risk management isn't pessimism. It's respect for compounding. What investors say after a bad trade, and the fact that investors almost always say, I stayed because I hoped. I froze because I was afraid. I got greedy and didn't protect profits. I felt stuck and didn't know what to do. That one stock caused way more damage than it ever should have. The goal of weeding out your portfolio is to never say those sentences again. Now, before we jump into the VectorVest ecosystem, let me ask you 4 questions. These 4 questions are mentioned often in our Successful Investor course. The first question: is the stock more volatile than I want in my portfolio? Does it meet my investment objective? Number 2, have I already lost more than I want? Again, that 1 to 2% guideline on your total portfolio. Don't let one losing trade ruin years of discipline. Number 3, have things changed since I bought it? Has the outlook changed? For example, a drug company, are they still expecting that new drug? Some kind of company could be a merger acquisition opportunity. News drives buyers. Now, if that news or that situation is not working out, consider selling it. Take your loss, be disciplined. Number 4, are there any signs of it recovering, or is the stock still falling? If it's still falling, look at the prior swing low. If it takes out that, another reason to consider selling that troubled position in your portfolio. Now let's go ahead and jump in the VectorVest software, and I'm going to show you exactly how we can apply these 4 principles when it comes to weeding out your portfolio. If you're trying to get out of this cold weather and you're trying to take your financial portfolio to the next level in 2026, let me get an ooh-ee. That's right, we got our flagship stock market masterclass. You're going to get heavy hitters. Our coaches like Jerry D'Ambrosio, Steve Chappell, Ron Wheeler. Do not miss this event. It's absolutely free. With this free event, less than 30 days away, make sure you do not forget to register. Just go to vectorvest.com/stream so that we can take part of our flagship 2026 2-day investment seminar. With 4 key principles to keep in mind, I'm going to give you 4 examples to go along with those. Now, the first principle: avoid falling stocks with high volatility. It's as simple as this. We want to find stocks that are moving from lower left to upper right. You can see with this stock right here, AU, Anglo Gold, nice lower left, upper right price action, close to hitting another high. We'll see if it happens, but not much volatility in between. This is the type of stock chart we aim to have. If I scroll down the list, we've got Micron, another popular candidate. Again, smooth lower left, upper right, a little bit less chop than the prior stock. Now, as I continue to scroll down the list here, you'll see the problem when they occur. Taking into consideration principle number 1, does this follow that guideline? Does not move lower left to upper right, rather volatile, and we're currently in a steep decline at this time. And the last stock I have for you, Robinhood, HOOD, also lower than it was. And look at the downtrend, a lot of momentum to the downside. Now we're going to circle back around to symbol AU for principle number 2. You can see I added our proprietary indicator, RT, or relative timing. It's an oscillator. Goes from 0 to 2. Above 1 is favorable. Bulls are in charge. The trend is in favor of the bulls. If it drops below 1, that means the bears are picking up steam and that momentum is now shifting to the downside. Just looking at the stock, RT currently at 1.58. Look at the last 6 months. Been above 1 the entire time. As I scroll down, Micron, again, another great candidate. Nothing to worry about right now. RT remains above 1. It's actually ticking back up over the last few trading sessions here, taking out the prior swing high at 1.76. So that is a good sign I like to see. So let's get back to the troubled stocks. Next item, CrowdStrike. Look at RT relative timing. Not staying above 1 for very long. Yes, if you're a shorter term trader, could have taken advantage of some of this momentum here. But if you were holding on to this position, going back to the key principle of when to sell, RT relative timing, giving great indication as soon as it crossed below 1 and has remained below 1 since. That was December 9th. The close was at $517. The stock dropped an additional $100, now at $415. So you can see the clear warning sign RT relative timing had given to our subscribers. Now for the last position, HOOD or Robinhood, similar situation. RT relative timing struggling here. We did get a little bit of optimism, short-term momentum, little buy recommendation. But by here, the buy went straight to a sell. However, on December 11th, RT relative timing crossing below once again, giving us an ample warning sign that we should potentially sell. The close that day was $123. Robinhood currently below $80. For the third principle for weeding your portfolio for a successful investor, consider VectorVest line in the sand. It's our stop price. This is where our sell recommendation comes into play. Now the stop price, 13-week moving average adjusted for the company's fundamentals. So if the company has strong fundamentals, we'll loosen it up, give it a little bit more wiggle room to grow. But if those companies' fundamentals aren't so good, we're going to tighten it so that way we can mitigate losses. Looking at AU, you can see price action well above the stop price, strong buy ratings for the last 6 months. Again, when we go to Micron, we're going to see a similar pattern here. Price action staying above the stop price, no sell recommendation in the last 6 months. Great price action, lower left, upper right. Don't overthink it. Now, as we go to the problem childs, we've got CrowdStrike here. We see the sell recommendation just coming into effect. RT relative timing did give us ample warning before, but this is our line in the sand. You can see the stop price moving to the downside, price action. As soon as it crossed below that stop price, which was here, the close that day was $421.73. The stop price close to $423. Once price action got above that stop price, we went back to a hold recommendation. Still aggressive. These sell recommendations can be short-lived, but can turn into a much bigger problem. Reason being, momentum to the downside. This is a perfect example. Robinhood. We got a sell recommendation here, a little bit of a warning, a brief buy. But look, it went right to a sell recommendation. It has been for quite some time. A little bit of holds here, but no buy recommendations. This is a perfect example why, as an investor, you would want to live by these principles as you're weeding your portfolio. All right, now I'm not here to pick on those who own CrowdStrike or own Robinhood, but I just wanted to make it relevant to current market conditions. Think about CrowdStrike, software company, a lot of pressure on those stocks. In addition, Robinhood, crypto exposure. We already know that story. And you might be like, a lot of this is hindsight. You know, at this point, you might be thinking, okay, what do I do with it now? It would have been nice to sell it when RT went and crossed below 1. It would have been nice to sell it when it first got that sell rating, but you didn't. So what do I do now? Well, do you remember the fourth question I had asked you? Does it show any signs of recovering? Well, CrowdStrike is rising off the bottom, right? We're seeing price action now above our stop price. So what you could do, manage the position from here. You could always put a stop below the prior swing low, so you can let it continue rising. And if it does start to diverge away from our stop price, yes, you could potentially use our stop price again. So if it does get another sell recommendation in the future, it will cut you out of those losses and mitigate risk before this stock becomes a problem once again. As far as the other position, Robinhood, not a lot of momentum coming off that bottom. You can see as of yesterday, just hit a new low. And today's optimism, not nearly as great as you see in CrowdStrike. The candlestick of today is still within yesterday's candlestick. So if this is a position that you own and it continues to make new lows, that alone would be enough justification to weed it from your portfolio. Now, if you found tonight's information informative and you want to see these proprietary indicators such as RT, our stop price, our sell recommendation on stocks you own, just go to vectorvest.com/YTFSA. And if you want to take it a step further in your investment journey going forward, take advantage of the VectorVest ecosystem. If you'd like a trial, just go to vectorvest.com/YT. And just as a reminder, this video is part of a series to teach investors how to double your portfolios. If you'd like to get the big picture, I have put the link in the description below. Take advantage of this information. Now, if you enjoyed tonight's content, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel and stuck around, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah.